Hi, hello everyone, it's Akini. I'm back again. I need to do another quick video for you guys regarding astrology. So first of all, I want to invite everyone out to my astrology planner party, because I'm telling you guys, astrology has really changed my life. And for my students and the people who are in my astrology for the African Soul group on Facebook, I'll put the information below. They are learning so much about themselves. They're learning how to navigate certain things in life, what things to avoid, what things to go for, which kind of people to avoid, which kind of people to go for, and just learning so much more about themselves, y'all. So like, this is powerful to know your chart. And I'm going to give you a brief overview of Saturn going into Capricorn, which happens December 19th, and that's going to be there for 3 years. Uranus going into Taurus, as well as Jupiter in Scorpio, and how that works with all of those things as well. So 2018 is going to be real interesting. It's going to have a totally different energy from this year. I think it's going to be better in a lot of aspects from this year. Also, the North Node is going to change to Cancer. I did a previous North Node video, you guys, and I was talking about the North Node going into Leo and the South Node moving into Aquarius. Well, that's going to switch at the end of next year as well. So there are just so many shifts going on in 2018, and there are going to be some major shifts in 2020, and I'm going to talk about that. So it's just so much going on, and you need to know how this is going to affect you personally. So definitely coming out to my astrology planner party is going to help you, because we're going to talk about all of the transits of the major planets in 2018, even a couple of asteroids, as well as how that is going to affect you. I'm going to give you some overviews, a quick way to figure out where your Venus is, where your Mars is, where all of your planets are, and how that is going, how these transits are going to affect you personally. This video is about how it's going to affect everyone in the country and the world as a collective. Okay, and if you need a personal reading from me, I'll also put some information below. And I've been doing a lot of readings, y'all, and it's been really cool. It's been really cool. I really do like doing astrology readings. They give me a lot of life, and I learned something each time too. One thing that I've learned a lot about is the degrees in your chart, what degree the actual planet is. There's so much more information. So even what I knew like last year, and I've been teaching astrology 101 classes for a few years now, I've learned a lot. And I'm telling you, you can learn so much more about yourself. Like, honestly, like, it's a lot. Like, there are some things I wouldn't have even done if I would have known more. And so now that I know more, I'm able to help other people. Chiron is a big planet for me. I mean, a big asteroid for me. That asteroid points to where you're wounded and how you can heal others. And since I am a healer, I'm able to really pinpoint things in other people, because I've just gone through like a lot myself. So I'm able to transmute the things I go through for other people, which is what Chiron is overall about. And so with all of that being said, I've learned a lot. I have a marker in my hand. I've learned a lot about relationships and astrology, and so I've been teaching some classes. I'm gonna tell you guys, I'm gonna do another video too about some of the classes that I've been having, because it's been getting real deep right now. We're doing some ancestral healing right now, which I think is great, because for 2018 we need to get our life together. And that is exactly the best segue I can go into about Saturn going into Capricorn December 19th. Excuse me. Black people, you're gonna have to get it together. And Saturn in Capricorn is going to make you kind of get in motion. Those who aren't trying to get their stuff together are going to have to go. Okay, so let's talk about this. Saturn in Capricorn. Saturn rules Capricorn. So essentially they kind of rule the same stuff. So Saturn in Capricorn energy is patriarchal energy. It's fatherhood energy. It's also discipline. It's order. It's politics. It's government. It's actual institutions, such as school, marriage, banking, our political structure, period, the government, you know, anything to do with laws and rules and order, and you know, just dotting your I's and crossing your T's. That is Saturn. Saturn is like a health inspector, and he comes into your restaurant and he has on white gloves and he's dragging it along, and if you have one speck of dust, He's on your behind. That's Saturn. And so it really does scare a lot of people. But the thing is with Saturn is when he does leave, if you've done your work, he will leave you a gift by the door. And I know this is true because he's gone through my first house, which is a pretty hard place for him to go through. He's gone through my second house, which is an even harder place for him to go through. And right now he's about to hit my third. I know that's going to be, I don't want to say positively challenging for me. I know it's going to be a good thing for me. But, yeah. I mean, he don't play. I mean, that's it. But if you are taking care of business, he will reward you, especially at the end. So right now, Saturn is at the 29th degree of Sagittarius, meaning he's just about to move into Capricorn. There's only 30 degrees in each sign. So the next degree he's going to hit is 0 degrees Capricorn. And he's going to start all over for the next 3 years. So he's going to be there until December 2020. He's going to make people start businesses. Like, you're going to have to start businesses and get in order. The entire structure of the 9 to 5 is going to be dismantled. The corporate, it's like the corporate stuff, that's going to be dismantled. People are going to demand more from their job. They're going to demand more money. They're going to demand a bunch of things. Jupiter already went into Scorpio in October. It's going to be there until November. There could definitely be some uprisings or some new rules regarding student loans and regarding taxes. I'm kind of hearing a little bit about that. I don't watch the news, y'all. Like, I try to stay out of the news, but I've heard that there's some tax reform stuff going on. Scorpio rules banking as well. Like, as far as like your actual bank accounts, right? Capricorn is like the structure of the actual bank and how the bank works and all of the laws that are regarding to the bank and the FDIC and the Federal Reserve. That's Capricorn. Saturn is like your bank account. How much you have in your bank account. What kind of loans you got from the bank or borrowed from the bank. Your taxes. Your debt. So there's, that is going to be big. Uranus is going to move into Taurus in May. That's going to greatly affect money and currency. So do you hear like a theme here? Money, currency, banking. This is how I learned astrology. This is how I kind of teach astrology to people. Like, what do the words mean? What do the signs mean? Institution, currency, debt. There are going to be some new rules regarding that. Money and debt. It's very likely that we could have another Great Depression. The last time Uranus went through Taurus, we had the Great Depression. So, yeah. I was shocked when I read that too. There's an article that somebody wrote, and they did a lot of talk about political astrology and things that went on in the 1930s. The last time this transit happened, or the transit that's going to happen in May, and y'all, we got to get it together. Uranus rules technology. Uranus rules technology, y'all. Going into our house of currency. What's up with the Bitcoin though? Any kind of non-paper currency, electronic currency. We already have chips in our debit cards. So we're already going down that road already. Again, Saturn and Capricorn is going to make us change our banking structures, change how things are financed. All of those different things are going to change. Homeschooling is going to increase because the institution of school is failing. You're going to see a lot of parents pulling their kids out of school. Marriage is probably going to change and be restructured. You may see more places also allow same-sex marriage. Any places that don't allow that, or those laws could be changed or modified regarding marriage, as well as business partnerships with Jupiter and Scorpio. And that could have something to do with the taxes. Maybe the taxes will be different for people who are in business and things like that. I don't know. Okay, I'm not going to lie. Like, I hire people for stuff. Like, I don't know what's going on in the political world, and I don't necessarily know how. I'm not a tax person, but I just know that the laws are changing and things like that. Also, Wall Street, like I said, Great Depression, something going on. Also with Saturn and Capricorn, when I was saying black folks need to get to work, there's gonna be an uprising, especially around 2020 when Pluto enters Capricorn, because Pluto was all about revolution anyway. He's ready to get it popping. He's ready to transform things, and Saturn is going to be the law. So the transforming of the law, okay, in a revolutionary type way. So there could be a very big uprising in 2020. And it's going to start building next week, December 19th, 2017, when Saturn actually goes into Capricorn. It's going to start building, and people are going to start being like, I'm sick of working a 9 to 5. I don't want my kids in school anymore. I'm pulling my money out of the bank. And I'm investing in, you know, Litecoin and Bitcoin. And also people are going to start working to, people are going to become more independent themselves, like actually independent. So this is like people owning their own businesses, the gig economy, everybody doing for themselves, because Saturn and Capricorn are about learning actual skills. And you're seeing a lot of people are going to trade school over college now, because they're like, everybody has a degree, they have student loan debt, what's the point? Which I totally, you know, I feel you, I get it. I get it, totally get it. And so a lot of people are going for more skilled trade jobs. Uranus and Taurus is also going to have an effect on healthcare and how we take care of people in this country. Uranus and Taurus, also there could be a lot of urban farms, or like, and I mean like an urban farm, like a farm in an urban city area, a community garden, meaning like also like a neighborhood. I have academic work in public health, so I know a lot about this kind of stuff. But like for communities that don't have a lot of grocery stores around and people don't necessarily drive, they will have like a community garden where everyone pitches in some form or fashion. Everyone has a schedule where they have to do something to help tend to the garden. That can pop up because Taurus rules food, and Uranus rules the unexpected, radical change, the future, and inventions. So inventing new ways to get food, because our food source, see, Uranus kind of makes things unpredictable, so our food source could change, and this could be due to the economic issues that are also going on with Uranus and Taurus. This is going to turn things upside down for us regarding food source, regarding currency. People, I'm telling you, you need to get some type of a trade that you can do. And you need to work with your own people. I know that Dr. Claude Anderson, I know Tariq Nasheed, and I know a few other people have been telling us for a long time we need to build our own economy. We see how much I'm sure this has something to do with everything that just happened in Alabama. They're realizing that the majority of the votes were from black women. And so black women really carried the vote. And right behind that was black men. And so in order to not vote in someone that a lot of us would deem inappropriate for the job, for, you know, I'm not even going to go into that. So we are starting to recognize our power again. And Saturn is coming, and he's like, yeah, I'm going to help you move forward when my homie Pluto comes in. You know, hollers at me in 2020, but y'all need to start working together. Y'all need to get your ducks in a row. You need to get order. You need to get discipline in the institutions and build your own institutions. Saturn's about building his own. Okay, Saturn, Capricorn, that's the goat. He goes up the mountain. People can't even fathom how his hooves are able to just get from one place to another, but he does it. He makes it to the top of the mountain. Okay, we have been oppressed for so long in this country, and it's time. It's time for us to demand reparations. And it's time for us to build our own institutions, our own marriage, family, school, medical institutions. And Saturn is here to help you get the skills to build. And but Saturn, look now, you got to do the work. That's the part about him. It's not going to be just super easy. You're going to have to work. You're going to have to climb. You're going to have to, you know, really put in the work. You're going to have to sit down at that table. You're going to have to write that book about what it is that you know. You're going to have to start that business. You're going to have to file that LLC. You're going to have to do it, or else it's going to be a really, really tough transit for you. A lot of you born in like 89, 90, and I think around 91, but 89, 90, I know that you all having your Saturn return. Okay, this is going to be a big time of maturation for you. Excuse me, maturation for you. And you're going to have to really mature. And, you know, it happens to everybody. You know, the Saturn return is real. So just, You know, if you have natal Saturn in Capricorn, or you have Capricorn in the first, it's just time for you to get it together. It's time for you to structure, to create some kind of structure in your life, and to get some discipline in your life, to get some order in your life. Uranus and Taurus, again, wherever Uranus is, he's going to upset some stuff. He's going to shake some stuff up, but it's really for the betterment of you. He's really trying to get you he's trying to squeeze the best out of you. And I also said wherever Jupiter is in Scorpio. Now, the North Node is going to move into Cancer. And the South Node is going to be in Capricorn. This is going to start in November 2018. Cancer rules the mother, the family, the woman. For a while now, we've been seeing women kind of turning up and saying, hey, we don't have to take this anymore. Yada, yada, yada. Yada, yada, yada. Dare I say it, Cancer is going to be the beginning, the real beginning of the return of the Great Mother. I've been telling folks about this. The Great Mother's returning. Folks was telling me, and I was like, I don't know. Then I started seeing women really turn up. And I was like, wait, I think we are finally realizing our goddesshood and returning. Look, next November, families, women, the real estate market, there are going to be some definite shifts in focus there. And really with Saturn and Capricorn, because Capricorn does rule the father, and Capricorn will be in the South Node. Come then, fathers are going, there's going to be a shift in how fatherhood is seen, and what fatherhood is, how we view fatherhood, the role of the mother and the father. That's really what those North and South Nodes are going to be about. The role of the father and the mother. How are we supposed to be parenting? What changes need to happen in parenting? See, I told you, Saturn in Capricorn is going to dismantle all the structures, all of the BS, all of the stuff that we learned from being enslaved. Saturn is like, that's old. We have to build some new structures. This isn't working anymore. Y'all learned that the last time I was here, you know, or in the time before that I was here. And this stuff has got to be dismantled, and it has to be restructured. And Pluto is going to come in and do the restructuring, the real restructuring, the cementing. But Saturn is about permanent change, and we permanently need to change how we parent. And the North Node is in Capricorn, the North Node in Cancer, and the South Node in Capricorn is going to make sure that we do that. Like and homeschooling, just it's all over that. It's all over those placements. But the thing with Saturn and Capricorn and Jupiter and Scorpio, you guys have been seeing all of the sex scandals come out. I told y'all that on my last video. There's also going to be some exposing. Once Saturn hits Capricorn, he's going to be sextiling and working positively about 60 degrees away from Scorpio. So they're going to be helping each other out. You know, Scorpio likes to put people on blast. We've been seeing a lot of sexual scandals coming out like left and right. Jupiter expands, grows, increases. So it's like it's happening a lot. You know, a lot of people are being exposed for sexual misconduct, sexual assault. When Saturn goes into Capricorn, Capricorn rules government and politics. Oh, honey. The politicians are up next. And that's going to be really interesting. As you can see, we just had like I think it was a senator of Kentucky. I would have to find if he was a senator or a mayor. I think he was a senator. Anyway, there was a dude in Kentucky that got caught doing some stuff, some pedophilia stuff that, you know, like, wow, you know, dude, you're ill. Okay, so this disgusting guy was doing something sexually with children. Okay, and he was caught up on it, and I think somebody said he was killed. I think I read that. I'm not sure. But anyway, he was definitely exposed. But being exposed is Jupiter and Scorpio. Scorpio likes to put people on blast. Like, that's what it does. And with Jupiter there, he's giving them some MO to do that. Well, with Saturn going into Capricorn, that's politics. So it's going to be like, oh, hey, you've been getting away with it. And that's why we just saw that guy get in trouble. Oh, there are a lot more coming once Saturn actually sits into Capricorn. It's going to go down. It's going to be off the chain. Like, it's going to be some real exposing going on. There may even be some politicians that are imprisoned because of what they have done as well. Also, we need to watch out for some eclipses coming up in January. There are 2 full moons in January, meaning that one of them is a blue moon, which is an auspicious sign. I do see more things changing with royalty and government. I'm sure everybody knows about Meghan Markle, that her mother is African American, black, Moorish, and people are just losing their minds about that. And she's not the first black queen, but this is a big deal, especially in this time. And then there's going to be a North Node in Cancer. There's going to be a black woman in the you know, in the royal family in London. There's being a changing of the guard. And we're going to be living in some interesting times. I'm telling you, we really are. And it's just slowly, I'm telling y'all, it's slowly brewing. It's going to definitely pop off. I lost my earring. It's going to definitely pop off when Pluto was in Pluto enters Capricorn in 2020. But right now, it's time to get our ducks in a row. Time for us to start building our own institutions. These black schools that are struggling, it don't make no sense for them to be struggling. Soon, you know, they might not be struggling too hard, because that might be the only place you can send your child that's safe. A lot of herbalists, healers. I know a lot of us have been, even astrologers, you know, been going through. That's going to change, because Jupiter and Scorpio, the occult, all that stuff is going to start being cool. Astrology is going to be cool. And people are going to need astrologers for stuff. Like they needed them in the Bible. They talked about how that was the counsel for the king. You needed to know where the stars were so you could know when to do stuff. Like that was like their life. And if you talk to, you know, if you know anything about people who are really, really wealthy and companies that do really, really well, they do things based on astrological transits. That's why you guys need to be in my 2018 astrology planner party, because you need to know these placements. If you don't, I'm going to give you a brief overview, like I said, but if you don't really know how it works, book a reading with me. I'm telling you, it will change your life to know what you have coming ahead and how you maybe conduct and dodge certain things. It's very, very, very important. So yes, that is my video about Saturn going into Capricorn and my 2018 overview. And so I will see you guys next time. And I'm so excited to be doing some more videos about some really cool things that I have coming up. So see you guys next time. Bye. Thanks.